Introduction: The Art and Science of Event Planning. Event planning is a unique blend of creativity and precision, an intricate dance where inspiration meets logistics, and vision is transformed into reality. Whether it's a small gathering, a grand wedding, a corporate conference, or a community festival, the essence of a successful event lies in its ability to resonate deeply with its audience, leaving a lasting impression that lingers long after the final curtain falls. At the heart of this resonance is tone, the subtle yet powerful force that shapes how an event is perceived and experienced. Tone is more than just a mood or an atmosphere, it is the emotional undercurrent that influences every aspect of an event, from the initial invitation to the final farewell. It's the difference between a formal gala that exudes elegance and sophistication and a casual networking event that fosters relaxed and open conversation. The tone sets expectations, guides behavior, and ultimately determines whether an event will be remembered as a hit or a miss. This book, Event Planning Mastery, Designing Experiences That Wow, is your guide to understanding and mastering the art of tone and event planning. We'll explore how to intentionally craft and control the tone of your events to ensure they not only meet but exceed the expectations of your audience. Whether you're an experienced event planner looking to refine your skills or a newcomer eager to learn the ropes, this book offers insights and strategies that will help you create events that truly stand out. Throughout the chapters, we will delve into the nuances of tone, from understanding its impact on your audience to aligning it with your event's objectives. You'll learn how to set the right tone from the very beginning, how to maintain it consistently throughout the event, and how to ensure that even your post-event communications reflect the experience you've carefully curated. We'll discuss practical techniques for conveying tone through every detail: venue selection, decor, music, entertainment, and communication materials, all working in harmony to create a cohesive and memorable experience. Moreover, this book will take you beyond the basics, offering advanced techniques for mastering the subtleties of tone. You'll explore real-world case studies that highlight both successes and challenges, learning from events where tone played a critical role. By the end, you will have a comprehensive understanding of how to harness the power of tone to elevate your event planning skills and create experiences that leave your guests in awe. In today's fast-paced world, where attention is fleeting and expectations are high, the ability to design events that captivate and engage is more valuable than ever. Whether you are orchestrating a high-stakes corporate event, a personal celebration, or a community gathering, this book will equip you with the knowledge and tools to craft events that are not only successful but truly unforgettable. Let's embark on this journey together, as we dive into the art and science of event planning, and discover how to design experiences that don't just meet expectations but exceed them, creating moments that resonate, inspire, and, most importantly, wow. Chapter 1: Understanding the Power of Tone in Event Planning. When it comes to event planning, every detail counts, but none may be as crucial as the tone of your event. Tone is the invisible thread that weaves through every aspect of your planning, subtly influencing how your guests perceive and experience the occasion. It's the feeling that guests carry with them from the moment they receive the invitation until long after the event is over. But what exactly is tone, and why is it so important in the context of event planning? Tone, in its simplest form, is the emotional and atmospheric framework of your event. It dictates the mood, the energy, and the overall experience. Think of it as the personality of your event, whether it's formal or informal, celebratory or somber, dynamic or serene. The tone you set will affect everything from the behavior of your guests to their level of engagement and interaction. It's what makes a black tie gala feel different from a laid-back beach party, even if the guest list is the same. The tone not only reflects the nature of the event but also communicates its purpose and sets the expectations for everyone involved. Imagine walking into a beautifully decorated ballroom, the lights dimmed just so, with soft classical music playing in the background. Instantly, you understand that this is an event where elegance and refinement are the order of the day. Now, picture entering a brightly lit hall with vibrant colors, upbeat music, and a buzz of excited chatter. Here, the tone is entirely different, inviting, lively, and fun. These initial impressions, shaped by tone, are not accidental, they are the result of careful planning and deliberate choices made by the event planner. The power of tone lies in its ability to shape perceptions and influence emotions. A well-chosen tone can enhance the message of your event, making it more impactful and memorable. For example, a corporate conference aiming to inspire innovation might adopt a tone that is forward-thinking and dynamic, using cutting-edge technology and sleek design elements to reinforce this message. On the other hand, a fundraising gala for a charitable cause might embrace a more heartfelt and compassionate tone, with decor and presentations that evoke empathy and a sense of community. However, the wrong tone can have the opposite effect, creating confusion, discomfort, or disengagement among your guests. An event that sends mixed signals, such as a formal affair with overly casual elements, can leave attendees uncertain about how to behave or what to expect. This disconnect can diminish the impact of your event, leading to a less than satisfying experience for your guests. Understanding the power of tone is the first step towards becoming a masterful event planner. It requires a deep awareness of the emotions and expectations of your audience, as well as the ability to translate those into a cohesive and intentional atmosphere. As we move forward in this book, we will explore how to identify the right tone for your event, how to set it from the very beginning, and how to maintain it consistently throughout. You'll learn to view tone not as a secondary consideration but as a foundational element that guides every decision you make, ensuring that your event not only meets but exceeds the expectations of your guests. In the world of event planning, tone is not just a detail, it is the heartbeat of your event, the force that brings all the other elements to life. By mastering the art of setting and maintaining the right tone, you can transform any event into an unforgettable experience, one that resonates deeply with your audience and leaves a lasting impression. Chapter 2: Setting Objectives and Defining the Tone. Before you can start planning the finer details of your event, it's crucial to establish clear objectives. What do you want to achieve? Are you looking to educate, celebrate, network, or raise awareness? The answers to these questions will not only shape your event's agenda but will also guide the tone you choose to adopt. Defining the tone begins with understanding the purpose of your event, as the tone should always be aligned with your overall goals. Setting objectives is the foundation upon which all successful events are built. Objectives provide a clear direction and ensure that every element of the event serves a purpose. Without clearly defined objectives, even the most meticulously planned events can fall flat, as they may lack cohesion and fail to engage the audience effectively. When your objectives are crystal clear, the tone you choose naturally follows, reinforcing your message and enhancing the overall impact of the event. For instance, if your objective is to foster a sense of community and collaboration among attendees, a warm, welcoming tone might be appropriate. This could be reflected in informal seating arrangements, interactive activities, and a relaxed dress code. On the other hand, if the goal is to impress high-level clients or stakeholders, a more formal and polished tone might be necessary, with an emphasis on professionalism in every detail, from the invitations to the venue decor. Once your objectives are set, the next step is to define the tone that best supports these goals. Think of tone as the lens through which your audience will experience the event. A well-defined tone acts as a guide for all your decisions, ensuring consistency and coherence throughout the planning process. For example, a celebratory tone might call for vibrant colors, upbeat music, and energetic presentations, while a reflective tone could involve softer lighting, soothing music, and thoughtful speeches. To help you define the tone, consider your target audience and what you know about their expectations and preferences. Are they young professionals looking for a dynamic and modern experience, or are they seasoned industry veterans who might appreciate a more traditional approach? Understanding your audience will help you select a tone that resonates with them, making your event more engaging and memorable. Another key aspect of defining tone is aligning it with your brand or the message you want to convey. The tone of your event should be a reflection of the values and image of your organization or the cause you are supporting. For example, if you are planning a launch event for a cutting-edge tech product, the tone should reflect innovation and modernity, perhaps through minimalist design, high-tech presentations, and sleek, futuristic aesthetics. As you define the tone, it's also important to consider the environment in which the event will take place. The venue, time of day, and even the season can influence the tone of your event. A daytime garden party might naturally lend itself to a light and airy tone, while an evening gala in a grand ballroom could inspire a more sophisticated and elegant atmosphere. Finally, remember that tone is not static, it can evolve throughout the event. While it's important to maintain consistency, there may be moments where a shift in tone is appropriate. For example, a conference might start with an energetic and inspiring tone during the keynote address, transition to a more serious tone during panel discussions, and end on a high note with a lively networking session. Understanding when and how to adjust the tone can keep your event dynamic and engaging, ensuring that it meets the changing needs and moods of your audience. In summary, setting objectives and defining the tone are critical steps in the event planning process. These elements are deeply interconnected, with your objectives informing the tone and the tone reinforcing your objectives. By carefully considering what you want to achieve and how you want your audience to feel, you can create an event that is not only well organized but also emotionally resonant and impactful. With clear objectives and a well-defined tone, you are laying the groundwork for an event that will not just meet expectations but truly wow your attendees. Chapter 3, Audience Analysis, Knowing Who You're Speaking to. Understanding your audience is one of the most critical components of successful event planning. After all, your event is crafted for them, their needs, expectations, and preferences. Every choice you make, from the venue and decor to the type of food served and the entertainment provided, should be informed by a deep understanding of who your audience is. But beyond these logistical considerations, audience analysis is crucial in shaping the tone of your event. The more you know about your attendees, the better you can tailor the tone to resonate with them, creating an experience that feels personal, engaging, and memorable. Audience analysis begins with gathering as much information as possible about the people who will be attending your event. Who are they? What are their interests, demographics, and professional backgrounds? Are they seasoned professionals, young entrepreneurs, or perhaps a diverse mix of both? Understanding the makeup of your audience allows you to speak directly to their experiences and expectations. For example, a tech conference attended by industry veterans will require a different tone than one aimed at startup founders and innovators. The former might appreciate a more formal, data-driven approach, while the latter could respond better to a dynamic and forward-thinking atmosphere. Beyond demographic information, consider the psychographics of your audience, their attitudes, values, and lifestyle choices. What motivates them? What are their pain points and aspirations? Understanding these deeper aspects of your audience can help you craft a tone that speaks to their desires and emotional needs. For instance, if your event is focused on wellness and self-care, your audience might respond well to a calm and nurturing tone, with soothing music, natural decor, and spaces designed for relaxation and reflection. One of the most effective ways to conduct audience analysis is by creating detailed audience personas. These personas are fictional, generalized representations of your ideal attendees, based on real data and insights. Each persona should include information about the individual's background, job role, goals, challenges, and preferences. By developing these personas, you can visualize your audience more clearly and make more informed decisions about how to communicate with them and set the right tone for your event. In addition to personas, consider using surveys or interviews to gather direct feedback from potential attendees. Ask them about their expectations for the event, what they hope to gain from it, and how they prefer to engage during such occasions. This first-hand information can be invaluable in helping you align the tone of your event with the actual needs and desires of your audience. It's also important to consider the cultural and social context in which your event is taking place. Different cultures and communities may have distinct expectations about formality, communication styles, and social norms. Understanding these cultural nuances is essential to setting a tone that is not only appropriate but also respectful and inclusive. For example, what might be considered a lighthearted and humorous tone in one cultural context could be perceived as disrespectful or inappropriate in another. Being sensitive to these differences will help you avoid potential pitfalls and create an event that feels welcoming to all attendees. Furthermore, think about the emotional journey you want your audience to experience throughout the event. Different segments of your audience may respond differently to various aspects of your event. For example, while one group may be energized by high-paced activities and lively networking sessions, another might prefer quieter moments of reflection or more structured learning opportunities. By understanding these preferences, you can design an event that offers a balanced experience, ensuring that all attendees feel engaged and valued. Ultimately, the goal of audience analysis is to create an event that feels custom-tailored to your attendees, one where every detail, from the opening speech to the closing remarks, resonates with them on a personal level. When you truly know who you're speaking to, you can craft a tone that not only captures their attention but also connects with them emotionally, leaving a lasting impact. By putting your audience at the center of your planning process, you ensure that your event is not just an experience but a meaningful and memorable one. Chapter 4, Crafting Invitations and Communication Materials. The first impression your event makes on potential attendees is often through the invitations and communication materials you send out. These initial touchpoints are more than just logistical necessities, they are your first opportunity to set the tone and build anticipation. A well-crafted invitation does more than simply inform, it entices, excites, and establishes the emotional and aesthetic expectations for the event. Whether it's a formal printed invitation or a digital save-the-date, every element of your communication should reflect the tone you intend to convey. Crafting invitations and communication materials begins with clarity. Your message must be clear and concise, providing all the essential details about the event, date, time, location, dress code, and any special instructions. But beyond the practical information, the way you present these details speaks volumes about the tone of the event. For instance, a corporate gala might require an elegantly worded invitation on high-quality paper, perhaps with a formal font and subtle embellishments, signaling an evening of sophistication and luxury. On the other hand, a casual networking mixer could feature a more relaxed tone, with bright colors, playful language, and an informal design that invites attendees to come as they are. The language you use in your invitations is a powerful tool in setting the tone. Every word should be chosen with care to evoke the right emotions and expectations. For a professional conference, you might use language that is direct, polished, and authoritative, establishing the event as a serious opportunity for learning and networking. Conversely, a charity fundraiser might adopt a more heartfelt and emotive tone, with language that appeals to the attendee's sense of compassion and community. The key is to align your wording with the overall experience you want to create, ensuring that your communication resonates with your audience from the very first interaction. Design elements are equally important in conveying tone. The colors, fonts, images, and layout of your invitations should all work together to create a cohesive visual identity that reflects the nature of the event. For example, a minimalist design with clean lines and neutral colors might suggest a modern, elegant affair, while bold colors and dynamic graphics could indicate a lively and energetic event. The design should not only be visually appealing but also align with the message you are trying to convey, reinforcing the tone in a way that feels authentic and intentional. In today's digital age, communication materials extend far beyond the traditional invitation. Email campaigns, social media posts, event websites, and promotional videos all play a role in building anticipation and setting the tone. Each of these platforms offers unique opportunities to engage with your audience and reinforce the tone of your event. For instance, a well-crafted promotional video can bring your event to life, giving potential attendees a taste of what to expect and generating excitement. Similarly, social media posts can create a buzz around your event, with visuals and messaging that reflect the tone and encourage sharing. It's also important to consider the timing and frequency of your communications. Sending out invitations too early might cause them to be forgotten, while sending them too late could leave potential attendees scrambling to adjust their schedules. Regular updates, reminders, and teasers can help maintain interest and keep your event top of mind. Each communication should build upon the previous one, gradually revealing more details and heightening anticipation, all while maintaining a consistent tone. Moreover, personalization can greatly enhance the impact of your invitations and communication materials. Addressing your audience by name, referencing past interactions, or tailoring the message to specific groups can make your communications feel more relevant and engaging. Personalization shows that you've taken the time to consider the needs and preferences of your attendees, further reinforcing the tone and making them feel valued and included. Finally, consistency is key. From the initial invitation to the final thank you note, every piece of communication should reflect the same tone. This consistency not only strengthens the overall experience but also builds trust with your audience, assuring them that the event will deliver what has been promised. Whether the tone is formal, casual, celebratory, or reflective, maintaining it throughout your communications ensures that your event feels cohesive and professionally executed. In conclusion, crafting invitations and communication materials is an art that requires careful consideration and attention to detail. These elements are your first chance to make an impression and set the stage for the event to come. By thoughtfully choosing your words, design, and delivery methods, you can create communications that not only inform but also inspire, drawing your audience into the experience and setting the tone for an event that will leave a lasting impact. Chapter 5, Venue and Decor, Setting the Scene. The venue and decor of an event are the physical manifestations of its tone. They are the canvas on which your event's atmosphere is painted, creating an environment that not only aligns with but also amplifies the intended mood and message. Selecting the right venue and designing the decor to match are pivotal decisions that can either elevate your event to new heights or diminish its impact. These elements work together to immerse your guests in the experience from the moment they arrive, making the tone of your event tangible and real. Choosing the right venue is the first step in setting the scene. The venue should be more than just a location, it should be a space that resonates with the tone you wish to convey. Whether it's a grand hotel ballroom, a rustic barn, a sleek modern loft, or an outdoor garden, the venue sets the stage for the entire event. A well-chosen venue can enhance the tone, making it easier to create the desired atmosphere. For instance, a historic mansion might evoke a sense of elegance and tradition, making it the perfect setting for a formal gala. In contrast, a chic rooftop with panoramic city views could be ideal for a cutting-edge product launch, projecting an image of innovation and modernity. The architecture, layout, and natural features of a venue all contribute to the overall tone. High ceilings, ornate moldings, and crystal chandeliers might suggest a tone of luxury and opulence, while exposed brick, industrial lighting, and open floor plans might convey a more contemporary and relaxed vibe. Even the surrounding environment plays a role. A venue nestled in nature might inspire a tone of tranquility and organic beauty, while an urban setting could lend a sense of energy and sophistication. Understanding how the venue's inherent characteristics can influence the tone is essential in ensuring that the space aligns with your event's objectives. Once the venue is selected, the focus shifts to decor, where creativity and attention to detail come into play. Decor is the language through which the tone is expressed visually, and every element should be chosen with the overall mood in mind. Colors, textures, lighting, and furnishings all work together to create a cohesive look and feel that supports the event's tone. For example, a black and white color scheme with metallic accents might create a sleek, modern tone, perfect for a high-profile corporate event. On the other hand, soft pastels, natural wood, and floral arrangements might evoke a more romantic and whimsical tone, ideal for a wedding or garden party. Lighting is one of the most powerful tools in your decor arsenal. It can dramatically alter the atmosphere of a space, highlighting key areas, creating focal points, and setting the overall mood. Warm, soft lighting might create an intimate and cozy tone, encouraging conversation and connection, while bright, dynamic lighting could energize the space, fostering a sense of excitement and anticipation. The use of candles, string lights, spotlights, or colored lighting can further enhance the tone, adding layers of complexity to the visual experience. Furniture and layout are also critical in shaping the tone. The arrangement of tables, seating, and other furnishings can influence how guests interact with the space and each other. For instance, round tables and comfortable chairs might encourage intimate conversations, supporting a tone of inclusivity and warmth. In contrast, a more open layout with high-top tables or lounge areas could promote mingling and networking, aligning with a more casual and social tone. Even the choice of materials, such as luxurious velvet, sleek leather, or rustic wood, can contribute to the tone, adding tactile elements that enhance the overall experience. Floral arrangements, table settings, and decorative accents provide the finishing touches, tying together the venue and decor into a cohesive whole. These elements should complement the tone, whether it's through the choice of flowers, the style of centerpieces, or the design of the place settings. For a formal event, elegant arrangements with classic flowers like roses or orchids might be appropriate, while a more relaxed event might feature wildflowers in rustic containers or modern, minimalist arrangements. Ultimately, the goal of venue selection and decor design is to create an immersive environment where every detail contributes to the desired tone. This environment should not only reflect the theme and objectives of your event but also resonate with your audience, making them feel as though they are part of something special and thoughtfully curated. When the venue and decor are perfectly aligned with the tone, they become more than just a backdrop, they become an integral part of the experience, enhancing the emotions and memories your event creates. In conclusion, setting the scene with the right venue and decor is a crucial step in bringing your event's tone to life. By carefully considering every element, from the architecture of the space to the smallest decorative detail, you can create a setting that not only supports but elevates the overall experience. A well-designed scene speaks volumes, immersing your guests in the tone from the moment they step through the door and ensuring that your event leaves a lasting impression that aligns with your vision. Chapter 6: The Role of Music and Entertainment. Music and entertainment are the heartbeat of any event, infusing it with energy, emotion, and a rhythm that guides the experience from start to finish. These elements are not mere background noise or distractions, they are powerful tools that can amplify the tone of your event, create memorable moments, and deepen the connection between your audience and the experience you've crafted. Whether subtle or bold, the right music and entertainment choices can transform an event, making it more engaging, dynamic, and unforgettable. Music, in particular, has a unique ability to evoke emotions and set the mood almost instantly. From the moment your guests arrive, the music playing in the background begins to influence how they feel and perceive the event. A soft, classical piece might create an atmosphere of elegance and sophistication, perfect for a formal dinner or award ceremony. On the other hand, an upbeat pop track could infuse the space with energy and excitement, encouraging guests to mingle, dance, and enjoy themselves. The tempo, genre, and volume of the music all contribute to the overall tone, making it a key component in shaping the event's atmosphere. When selecting music, it's important to consider not only the tone you want to set but also the timing and flow of the event. Different stages of the event might require different musical styles to match the evolving mood. For example, A corporate conference might begin with motivational, high-energy music to energize attendees, transition to softer, more focused music during breakout sessions, and then crescendo with celebratory tracks during the closing remarks or after-party. This thoughtful progression of music can help maintain the right tone throughout the event, guiding your guests through the experience seamlessly. Entertainment, much like music, plays a crucial role in engaging your audience and reinforcing the tone of your event. The type of entertainment you choose should align with your event's objectives and the tone you wish to convey. For a formal gala, a string quartet or jazz band might provide the perfect backdrop of sophisticated ambience. In contrast, a product launch might benefit from dynamic entertainment such as a live DJ, a performance artist, or even an interactive technology display, all of which can generate excitement and buzz. The key to successful entertainment is relevance and timing. The entertainment should feel like a natural extension of the event, enhancing the experience rather than distracting from it. Consider the interests and expectations of your audience when choosing entertainment options. For example, a younger, tech-savvy crowd might appreciate cutting-edge digital installations or virtual reality experiences, while a more traditional audience might prefer live performances or classical music. The goal is to select entertainment that resonates with your audience and complements the overall tone, making the event more immersive and enjoyable. Interactive entertainment can also play a significant role in shaping the tone by encouraging participation and engagement. Photo booths, live art installations, or even games can add an element of fun and interactivity, creating a more relaxed and social atmosphere. These activities not only entertain but also provide opportunities for guests to connect with each other and the event in a more personal and memorable way. Another important aspect to consider is the integration of entertainment into the event's overall narrative. Rather than viewing entertainment as a separate entity, think of it as an integral part of the story you are telling through your event. For instance, a themed event could feature entertainment that ties directly into the theme, such as period-specific performances for a vintage-themed party or cultural acts that reflect the event's focus. This coherence helps reinforce the tone and ensures that every aspect of the event feels intentional and aligned. Furthermore, the pacing of entertainment is crucial in maintaining the desired tone. Too much entertainment can overwhelm your guests, while too little can leave them disengaged. Finding the right balance is key, strategically placing entertainment at moments when it will have the most impact, such as during transitions or as a highlight of the event. This not only keeps the energy up but also helps to sustain the tone throughout the event, ensuring that your audience remains engaged and invested in the experience. Finally, remember that music and entertainment are often what guests remember most vividly about an event. These elements have the power to create lasting memories, whether it's the joy of dancing to a favorite song, the awe of witnessing a stunning performance, or the laughter shared during an interactive activity. By carefully curating the music and entertainment to match the tone of your event, you can create moments that resonate deeply with your guests, leaving them with an experience they'll talk about long after the event is over. In conclusion, the role of music and entertainment in event planning cannot be overstated. These elements are essential in creating an atmosphere that aligns with your desired tone, engages your audience, and enhances the overall experience. By choosing the right music and entertainment, and integrating them thoughtfully into your event, you can elevate the tone, create lasting memories, and ensure that your event is not just attended but truly enjoyed. Chapter 7, Managing the Event, Keeping the Tone Consistent. The day of the event is when all your planning, creativity, and hard work come to life. It's a time filled with excitement, but also potential challenges, as you strive to ensure that every detail unfolds seamlessly. One of the most critical aspects of event management on the day itself is maintaining a consistent tone from start to finish. The tone you've carefully crafted in the lead up to the event must be preserved throughout the day, weaving a cohesive thread through every moment, interaction, and experience. This consistency is what will make your event feel polished, professional, and truly memorable. Maintaining tone consistency begins with clear communication among your event team. Everyone involved, from the hosts and speakers to the vendors and volunteers, must understand the tone you are aiming to achieve. This shared understanding ensures that every action, from greeting guests to delivering presentations, aligns with the overall mood and message of the event. For instance, if your event is meant to be formal and elegant, all staff should be briefed on appropriate attire, language, and behavior that support this tone. Similarly, a more casual, interactive event would require a different approach, with a focus on making guests feel relaxed and engaged. The flow of the event is another key factor in maintaining a consistent tone. An event should have a natural rhythm, with each segment smoothly transitioning to the next, keeping the audience engaged and the tone intact. This requires careful planning and coordination, ensuring that everything from the opening remarks to the closing activities follows a logical and well-paced progression. For example, a conference might begin with a high-energy keynote to set an inspiring tone, followed by more focused breakout sessions, and then closing with a motivating speech or panel discussion that brings the day's themes together. Each segment should reinforce the overall tone, without abrupt shifts that could disrupt the experience. Attention to detail is crucial in preserving the tone throughout the event. Even small elements, such as background music during breaks, the style of announcements, or the way food and beverages are served, contribute to the overall atmosphere. For example, in a formal dinner, the choice of music, the timing of courses, and even the style of service should all reflect the elegant tone you've set. In contrast, at a more laid-back event, informal, self-serve food stations or a buffet might be more appropriate, aligning with the casual tone. These details may seem minor individually, but together they create a cohesive and immersive experience that stays true to your vision. Flexibility and adaptability are also essential qualities in maintaining tone consistency. Despite the best planning, unexpected situations can arise, weather changes, technical issues, or last-minute schedule adjustments. How you handle these moments can either reinforce or undermine the tone. For instance, if a formal event is delayed due to technical difficulties, maintaining a calm, composed demeanor and offering guests an elegant cocktail hour can keep the tone intact. On the other hand, if a more casual event faces a similar issue, a lighthearted announcement and a quick shift to an interactive activity might be the best way to keep the energy up and the tone consistent. The role of hosts, MCs, and speakers is particularly important in managing the tone throughout the event. Their words, delivery style, and interactions with the audience set the mood and can either strengthen or dilute the tone. It's important to brief these individuals thoroughly, ensuring they understand the tone and are equipped to maintain it in their remarks and behavior. Whether it's through a formal address, a witty comment, or a heartfelt story, their contributions should align with the atmosphere you're striving to create, helping to keep the tone consistent and the audience engaged. Audience engagement is another aspect where tone plays a critical role. How you interact with your guests and encourage them to participate can significantly influence the event's atmosphere. For example, interactive polls, Q&A sessions, or group activities should be designed to match the tone, whether that's a serious, focused discussion at a corporate seminar or a fun, lively game at a community festival. The way these interactions are facilitated, from the language used to the format of participation, should always reflect the intended tone, ensuring that your audience feels connected to the experience in a way that is both appropriate and engaging. Finally, as the event draws to a close, it's important to finish on a note that is consistent with the tone you've maintained throughout. The closing moments are your last opportunity to leave a lasting impression, so they should be carefully planned to reflect the mood you want your guests to walk away with. Whether it's a final speech, a farewell song, or a thank you note, these closing elements should encapsulate the tone of the entire event, leaving your audience with a sense of completion and satisfaction. In conclusion, managing the event on the day itself requires not only logistical coordination but also a vigilant focus on maintaining the tone you've set. Consistency in tone is what ties all the elements of your event together, creating a cohesive and memorable experience for your guests. By ensuring that every detail, interaction, and moment aligns with the intended tone, you can deliver an event that feels seamless, professional, and deeply engaging, leaving a lasting impression that resonates long after the event has ended. Chapter 8, Post-Event Communication, Ending on the Right Note. As the final guests leave and the last lights are dimmed, the work of an event planner is far from over. In fact, some of the most important tasks take place after the event has concluded. Post-event communication is your opportunity to extend the experience beyond the confines of the event itself, reinforcing the tone you've carefully curated and ensuring that the memories and messages linger with your audience. It's about closing the loop, expressing gratitude, gathering feedback, and leaving a lasting impression that resonates long after the event is over. The tone of your post-event communication should be consistent with the tone of the event. Whether you're sending a formal thank you note after a corporate conference or a friendly, informal follow-up after a community gathering, the language, style, and content of your communication should reflect the atmosphere and purpose of the event. This consistency helps reinforce the experience and ensures that your message feels authentic and aligned with the overall narrative of the event. One of the first steps in post-event communication is to express gratitude. Thanking your attendees, sponsors, speakers, and team members is not only courteous but also essential in maintaining positive relationships and encouraging future participation. The tone of your thank you messages should match the event's tone, whether it's a heartfelt, Personal note after a charity fundraiser or a professional, polished email after a business seminar. This expression of appreciation helps to close the event on a positive note, leaving your audience with a sense of recognition and value. In addition to thank you messages, post-event surveys are a valuable tool for gathering feedback and gaining insights into the success of your event. The tone of your survey should be inviting and respectful, encouraging honest and constructive feedback. Ask questions that align with the tone of your event, whether you're seeking feedback on the elegance of a gala dinner or the energy of a music festival. By using the right tone in your surveys, you can ensure that respondents feel comfortable sharing their thoughts, providing you with the information you need to refine and improve future events. Sharing highlights from the event is another key aspect of post-event communication. This can be done through email newsletters, social media posts, or even a dedicated event recap on your website. The tone of these communications should reflect the excitement, achievement, or inspiration that characterize the event. Use photos, videos, and testimonials to capture the essence of the event, and write about the highlights in a way that brings the tone to life. For example, a celebratory event might be recapped with vibrant, enthusiastic language, while a more reflective gathering might be summarized with thoughtful, contemplative remarks. If your event was part of a larger campaign or series, post-event communication is also a strategic opportunity to build momentum for future events. You can use the positive tone established during the event to encourage continued engagement, whether that's through promoting upcoming events, sharing additional resources, or inviting attendees to join a community or network. The tone of these communications should be forward-looking and encouraging, making your audience feel excited and motivated to stay connected. Finally, post-event communication is a time to address any issues or challenges that arose during the event. If there were any hiccups, such as technical difficulties, scheduling changes, or unforeseen disruptions, acknowledging them in your follow-up communication is important. The tone here should be honest and constructive, demonstrating that you are attentive to the experience of your attendees and committed to continuous improvement. Offering solutions, discounts, or special offers for future events can help turn any negative experiences into opportunities for positive engagement. In conclusion, post-event communication is the final chapter of your event's story, and it's essential to end on the right note. By maintaining a consistent tone, expressing gratitude, gathering feedback, sharing highlights, and addressing any challenges, you can extend the impact of your event and leave your audience with a lasting, positive impression. This thoughtful approach to post-event communication not only reinforces the experience but also strengthens relationships, builds trust, and sets the stage for future success. It's the closing act that ensures your event is remembered not just for what happened on the day, but for the positive, lasting impact it had on everyone involved. Chapter 9, Case Studies, Tone of Voice in Action. In theory, the concept of tone in event planning might seem straightforward, but it's in the real-world application where the true complexity and power of tone come to life. This chapter delves into several case studies that illustrate how the tone of voice was successfully, or unsuccessfully, applied in a variety of events. These examples provide practical insights and valuable lessons that can inform your own event planning practices, showing how tone can make or break the experience for attendees. Case Study 1, a corporate summit that struck the perfect balance. In this first case study, we explore a high-profile corporate summit where the tone had to balance professionalism with inspiration. The event brought together industry leaders, policymakers, and innovators to discuss the future of technology in business. The planners opted for a tone that was authoritative yet forward-thinking. This was reflected in every detail, from the sleek, modern decor to the keynote speeches that blended data-driven insights with visionary ideas. The tone was consistent throughout, with formal, yet engaging communication materials, a carefully curated playlist that subtly underscored the theme, and interactive sessions that encouraged thought leadership without compromising the event's professional atmosphere. The result was an event that not only impressed but also inspired, leaving attendees feeling both informed and motivated. Case Study 2, a charity gala that missed the mark. Not every event is a success story, and in this case study, we examine a charity gala that failed to connect with its audience due to a mismatch in tone. The event was intended to be a heartfelt evening of fundraising for a children's hospital, but the execution leaned too heavily into a tone of extravagance that felt out of touch with the cause. Lavish decorations, a high-end menu, and formal attire clashed with the emotional appeals made during speeches and videos, leaving attendees confused about the event's true purpose. The disconnect between the tone and the event's goals resulted in lower than expected donations and feedback indicating that guests felt more like they were attending a luxury event than supporting a charitable cause. This case highlights the importance of aligning the tone with the event's objectives and the audience's expectations, ensuring that every element works together to create a cohesive experience. Case Study 3, a festival that captured the spirit of community. This case study focuses on a community arts festival that successfully harnessed the power of tone to create an inclusive, joyful atmosphere. The event aimed to celebrate local talent and bring people together, and the tone was set early on with colorful, hand-drawn posters and invitations that felt personal and welcoming. On the day of the event, the tone was reflected in every detail. There were open-air performances, interactive art installations, and communal seating areas that encouraged mingling and conversation. The entertainment was local, the food was served from neighborhood vendors, and the overall vibe was one of warmth and togetherness. The consistent tone made everyone, from families with children to older residents, feel like they were part of a shared experience, leading to overwhelmingly positive feedback and a strong sense of community pride. Case Study 4, a product launch that embraced innovation. In this case, a tech company launching its latest gadget needed to set a tone that was as innovative and cutting-edge as the product itself. The event took place in a futuristic venue, with digital screens displaying dynamic visuals that mirror the sleek design of the product. The tone was high energy and forward-looking, with interactive demos, a live DJ playing electronic music, and keynote presentations that were both informative and visually stunning. The company's tone of voice was carried through in its marketing materials, social media engagement, and follow-up communications, all of which emphasized the innovative nature of the product. The event was a huge success, generating buzz and excitement that translated into strong pre-orders and positive media coverage. This case study shows how aligning the tone of an event with the brand's identity and the product's unique selling points can create a powerful, cohesive experience that drives business results. Case Study 5, a wedding that balanced tradition and modernity. Weddings are deeply personal events where tone plays a critical role in creating a memorable experience. In this case study, a couple wanted to honor their cultural traditions while also incorporating modern elements that reflected their personal style. The event planners achieved this balance by setting a tone that was both respectful of tradition and refreshingly contemporary. The ceremony featured traditional music and attire, but the reception embraced a modern aesthetic with minimalist decor and a fusion menu. The tone was consistently elegant yet relaxed, allowing guests to feel both the significance of the occasion and the couple's unique personality. The success of this event lay in the careful consideration of how to blend different tones, creating a seamless experience that felt both meaningful and celebratory. Each of these case studies provides valuable insights into how tone can influence the success of an event. They demonstrate the importance of aligning tone with the event's objectives, audience expectations, and overall message. By examining these real-world examples, you can gain a deeper understanding of how to apply tone effectively in your own events, ensuring that every detail works together to create an experience that resonates with your audience and achieves your goals. In conclusion, the case studies presented in this chapter highlight both the power and the challenges of using tone in event planning. Whether it's a corporate summit, a charity gala, a community festival, a product launch, or a wedding, the right tone can elevate an event from ordinary to extraordinary. By learning from these examples, you can better navigate the complexities of tone, applying these lessons to craft events that are not only successful but also truly memorable. Chapter 10, Advanced Techniques, Mastering the Subtleties of Tone. As you become more experienced in event planning, the nuances of tone become increasingly important. Beyond the basics of setting and maintaining a consistent tone, there are advanced techniques that can elevate your events to new heights. These subtleties are what distinguish a good event from a great one, allowing you to create experiences that are not only memorable but also deeply impactful. Mastering these techniques requires a keen understanding of human psychology, an eye for detail, and the ability to anticipate and respond to the dynamic nature of live events. One of the most powerful advanced techniques is the ability to modulate tone throughout the event. While consistency is crucial, there are moments when a shift in tone can enhance the overall experience, making it more engaging and emotionally resonant. For instance, a conference might start with a high-energy tone to capture attention, shift to a more contemplative tone during deep dive sessions, and then crescendo with an inspiring tone during the closing remarks. These deliberate shifts keep the audience engaged, allowing them to experience a range of emotions that align with the event's objectives. The key is to manage these transitions smoothly, ensuring that each shift feels natural and purposeful, rather than abrupt or jarring. Another advanced technique involves the use of sensory elements to reinforce tone. While visual and auditory cues are the most obvious ways to set the tone, engaging other senses can create a more immersive and memorable experience. For example, The use of scent can subtly influence the mood of your event. A fresh, citrus scent might energize a morning session, while a calming lavender scent could relax guests during an evening reception. Similarly, tactile elements like textured fabrics or interactive installations can deepen the sensory experience, making the tone more tangible and affecting how attendees perceive the event. These multisensory approaches tap into the emotional power of subtlety, creating an atmosphere that resonates on multiple levels. Storytelling is another technique that can masterfully convey and enhance tone. Weaving a narrative throughout your event can create a powerful emotional arc, engaging attendees on a deeper level. Whether it's through the content of speeches, the design of the space, or the flow of activities, a well-crafted story can guide your audience through a journey that reflects the tone you wish to set. For example, a product launch might tell the story of the innovation process, building anticipation and excitement before the big reveal. A charity event might share personal stories of those impacted by the cause, evoking empathy and a call to action. By using storytelling, you create a cohesive experience where the tone evolves naturally with the narrative, leaving a lasting impression on your audience. One of the more challenging aspects of tone mastery is handling unexpected changes without compromising the event's atmosphere. Flexibility is key, as even the most well-planned events can encounter unforeseen challenges, such as technical difficulties, weather changes, or last-minute schedule adjustments. The ability to pivot while maintaining the tone is a skill that comes with experience and quick thinking. For instance, if a keynote speaker is delayed, you might shift to an engaging Q&A session or an impromptu networking opportunity, keeping the energy up and the tone consistent with the event's goals. The ability to manage these moments with grace and adaptability ensures that your audience remains immersed in the experience, even when things don't go exactly as planned. Another subtle yet powerful technique is the use of contrast to highlight key moments within your event. By intentionally creating moments where the tone shifts, such as moving from a formal dinner to a lively dance party, you can create a sense of surprise and delight. This contrast can make key moments more memorable, as the shift in tone draws attention and emphasizes the significance of the transition. However, this technique must be used judiciously, as overuse can create a disjointed experience. When applied thoughtfully, contrast can enhance the emotional impact of your event, making the high points stand out even more. Finally, advanced tone mastery involves understanding the cultural and social context of your audience. Different cultures and social groups have varying expectations about formality, communication styles, and event structure. Tailoring the tone to fit these expectations can make your event feel more inclusive and respectful, enhancing the overall experience for all attendees. For example, an international conference might require a tone that balances formality with cultural sensitivity, ensuring that all attendees feel valued and understood. This requires not only research and planning but also a deep respect for the diversity of your audience. In conclusion, mastering the subtleties of tone is what sets the most successful event planners apart. It's about more than just setting a mood, it's about creating a dynamic, immersive experience that resonates with your audience on multiple levels. By learning to modulate tone, engage the senses, tell compelling stories, adapt to the unexpected, and understand cultural nuances, you can create events that are not only successful but also profoundly impactful. These advanced techniques allow you to elevate your event planning skills, transforming every detail into an opportunity to enhance the experience and leave a lasting, positive impression on your audience. Conclusion: your path to event planning mastery. As you reach the final chapter of this journey, it's time to reflect on the wealth of knowledge you've gained and how it can transform your approach to event planning. Mastery in event planning is not merely about executing a flawless event, it's about creating experiences that resonate deeply with your audience, leaving an indelible mark that extends far beyond the event itself. The key to achieving this level of impact lies in your ability to understand, craft, and maintain the perfect tone for each event, ensuring that every detail, interaction, and moment aligns with the vision you set out to create. Throughout this book, you've explored the essential role of tone in event planning, from setting the foundation with clear objectives to the advanced techniques that elevate your events to new heights. You've learned how to choose venues and decor that enhance the tone, how to use music and entertainment to engage and captivate your audience, and how to maintain consistency in tone through meticulous management. You've seen how post-event communication can reinforce the tone, leaving a lasting impression, and you've studied real-world examples that demonstrate the profound impact of getting the tone right, or wrong. Now, armed with this knowledge, you are equipped to approach each new event with confidence and creativity. You understand that tone is not a one-size-fits-all concept, it is a dynamic and flexible tool that can be tailored to fit the unique goals, audience, and context of every event. Whether you are planning a small, intimate gathering or a large-scale corporate summit, the principles of tone will guide you in creating an experience that is cohesive, engaging, and memorable. But mastery is not the end of the journey, it's an ongoing process of learning, adapting, and refining your skills. The world of event planning is ever-changing, with new trends, technologies, and audience expectations constantly emerging. To stay at the forefront, you must continue to hone your understanding of tone, experimenting with new ideas and approaches to keep your events fresh and relevant. Each event you plan is an opportunity to further develop your craft, pushing the boundaries of what's possible and discovering new ways to connect with your audience. As you move forward on your path to event planning mastery, remember that the most successful events are those that feel authentic and meaningful to both the planner and the attendees. Your passion, attention to detail, and commitment to excellence will shine through in the tone you set, creating an atmosphere that not only meets but exceeds expectations. Every choice you make, from the invitations you send to the final farewell, contributes to the overall experience, and it's this holistic approach that will set your events apart. In the end, event planning mastery is about more than just logistics and execution, it's about storytelling, connection, and emotion. It's about crafting experiences that resonate on a deeper level, creating moments of joy, inspiration, and reflection that your audience will carry with them long after the event is over. By mastering the art of tone, you can transform ordinary events into extraordinary experiences, leaving a legacy of successful, impactful events that stand the test of time. So, as you embark on your next event planning endeavor, take with you the lessons and insights from this book. Approach each event with a clear vision, a thoughtful understanding of your audience, and a commitment to creating an experience that truly wows. This is your path to event planning mastery, a journey where every event is an opportunity to create something truly special, something that not only meets your goals but also touches the hearts and minds of everyone involved.